You clicked on this video because right now, you probably have a deadline approaching or a goal you promised yourself you would achieve. But instead of working, you are lying on a couch, scrolling through your phone, feeling a heavy knot of guilt in your stomach. You look at the time, realize 2 hours have passed, and you think to yourself, I am lazy. I am broken. Why can't I just do the work? Look closely at the image on your screen. This split between the comfort of the couch and the anxiety of the brain is exactly what is happening inside you right now. And I am going to prove to you in the next 6 minutes that laziness is a lie. You aren't lazy. You are trapped in a biological loop designed to keep you addicted. And it's not your fault. To understand why you can't put the phone down, we need to look at a terrifying experiment from the 1950s involving rats and a simple metal lever. The results of this study explain exactly why you feel paralyzed today. But before I tell you the tragic fate of those rats, we need to understand the weapon being used against you: dopamine. There is a huge misconception that dopamine is the pleasure molecule, that it's what makes you feel happy when you eat chocolate or get a like on Instagram. But that's not quite right. According to neuroscientists, dopamine is actually the molecule of desire. It's the molecule of more. It doesn't give you satisfaction, it gives you the craving for satisfaction. It is the engine that pushes you to seek, to hunt, and to work. Now, remember those rats I mentioned? Scientists hooked electrodes directly to the dopamine centers in their brains. Every time the rats pressed the lever, they got a zap of pure dopamine. The results were shocking. The rats didn't just press the lever occasionally. They pressed it thousands of times per hour. They stopped eating. They stopped sleeping. They ignored their mates and their babies. They would press the lever until they collapsed from sheer physical exhaustion. They didn't even enjoy the lever anymore. They were just chemically compelled to press it. Does this sound familiar? We are the rats, and the smartphone is our lever. Your phone is designed like a digital slot machine. Every time you pull down to refresh your feed, you don't know what you're going to get. Will it be a funny meme, a boring ad, a message from a crush, or some breaking news? This uncertainty creates a massive spike in dopamine. Your brain loves unpredictable rewards. It's the anticipation of a potential reward that keeps you hooked, pulling that lever over and over again, scrolling for hours looking for that one video that makes you laugh. But here's the danger. Your brain wasn't built for this constant bombardment of super stimuli. In nature, dopamine is released slowly, when you find food, build a shelter, or connect with a tribe. But today, we get a tsunami of dopamine just by tapping a glass screen. When you flood your brain with cheap digital dopamine all day long, your brain tries to find balance. It does this by lowering your baseline level of dopamine and burning out your dopamine receptors. This is why, after a long scrolling session, the real world feels terribly boring. Reading a book, talking to a friend, or just sitting in silence feels agonizingly understimulating. You've messed up your brain's reward system, so normal life can't compete with the digital carnival in your pocket. This state is called Anhedonia, the inability to feel pleasure in normal activities. You aren't lazy, you are just numb. So how do we fix this? How do we reset our brains and get our motivation back? We need to create friction. First, we need to stop the bleeding. Turn off all notifications except for calls and texts from actual humans. Every notification is a dopamine trigger that hijacks your attention. If an app can interrupt your life, it owns you. Second, try the phone foyer method. When you walk into your house, put your phone in a designated spot by the door, like your keys. Do not carry it around the house in your pocket. Physical distance is the best defense. If it's not in your hand, it's not in your mind. Third, use grayscale mode. Dive into your phone's accessibility settings and turn the screen black and white. You will be amazed at how much less appealing Instagram looks when it's stripped of its vibrant colors. It turns your slot machine into a simple tool. Now, once you put the phone down and start working, a new problem might pop up. You might feel anxious about what others think of your work, or feel like everyone is judging you. That is a whole different psychological trap called the spotlight effect. If you want to fix your social anxiety and stop caring about other people's opinions right now, click the video appearing on your screen. It will change how you see yourself in just 4 minutes. Go click it now, and I'll see you there. Thanks for watching.